Scott, and you're watching O Face Wrestling.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on O Face Wrestling. This is your host JT, and today I'm joined by MCW's finest, the greatest damn woman, Gia Scott and Aria Palmer. So thanks for joining us today, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So I wanted to throw out some fun facts that some I knew about already, and then some I didn't know about until I did a little research. So for anyone who isn't familiar with you two, Gia Scott, you are a 3-time and current MCW Women's Champion. Yes. As of right now, the longest reigning champion. I believe your reign is like over 500 days now.
Oh, is it 500 already?
Yeah, that's what it said on Wikipedia. But, and then Aria Palmer is a 2-time MCW Women's Champion. So I already knew all that. But what I did not know is both times that Aria became the MCW Women's Champion, she dethroned you.
Yeah.
That being said, she is the only one to ever dethrone you. So she's basically like your kryptonite. So I had to throw out that fact.
Yeah, every good person has a kryptonite.
Yeah, that was funny because on Wikipedia, it literally shows like every reign and who dethroned. I'm like, Aria beat her both times. I did not know that. So it's I think that's a pretty cool fun fact. So that being said, tell me a little bit about your history with each other, like your first match and, the chemistry you have and just all that good stuff.
Oh my God. So I remember that the first match that we had, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember that it was in Galena.
And October 2018.
Yeah, I remember you had the was it the checkered, like was it like green and blue like outfit?
I got that gear done and it was like so messed up and I was so nervous going out there.
But it looked good, like you had your hair in braids and everything and it matched really well. So I thought it looked very cute. And what, didn't have like flames on it too?
I think so. I don't even know if I have it anymore.
Oh my God. But I remember like the first match, I remember you were very nervous and I remember saying like, we're going to do awesome. We're going to do good. We're going to be all right and whatnot. And everything went really well. And my makeup was run at the end because it always gets ruined. But I remember like, I'll never forget Galena in general because the reception out there is like horrible. But I remember us having our first match out there. I might still have the poster from it. I might.
I think I have the poster from it. I remember I managed Kakoa that night too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then didn't you do like a crossbody off like the top rope or something like that?
Something like that. I don't remember.
But yeah, that was the first match that we had together. And I can't forget it because it's in Galena. The reception is just horrible out there.
It is. And I was so nervous. I was trying to text my dad, like, oh my gosh, Dad, I'm about to have this match. I'm so nervous. And none of my texts were sending. So I was freaking out even more.
So that was the first match that y'all had. So the last match y'all had was that famous chairs match. So I know I talked about it with both of you the last time I interviewed you all, and just kind of like tell me, how did you both like together prepare for that? Because obviously, especially at the end, you had that stunt. Like you have to be on the same page with everything, correct?
So for that one, literally, RJ and Dean literally helped us with that because RJ is very passionate about both of us, and he wants to make sure that the matches that we have together are awesome, and it doesn't make like the women at MCW look bad in general. And Aria can tell you this, I didn't want to hit her with a chair. I really didn't.
It was so bad. I had to be like, listen, you need to man up and you need to hit me with this chair because I hit you with the chair and I didn't hold
Which
back.
Is true.
So you got to do the same thing.
And I didn't want to hit her because I'm like, okay, so he's like, RJ was like, all right, we're gonna use metal chairs. And I'm like, I don't want to use metal chairs.
And on there, like, yes, metal chairs.
And I'm like,
doing
no. And I was like, can we use a plastic chair? Like, I'd feel better about a plastic, like, So we settled with a plastic chair, and he's telling me like, you gotta hit her. Aria's telling me like, freaking hit me, and I'm like, I'm trying here. Like, I don't want to hurt you. So yeah, but he wanted us to end off with like a big splash, and the whole entire chair thing was like the payoff from it. And I wasn't too much freaked out. Actually, maybe it was a little bit because I've never fallen through like a pile of chairs before. So I was wondering how it would feel. And it just felt like falling into a pile of chairs. It didn't really hurt, but it could have, because I know you caught that footage of that one chair like tipping off, and Jason caught it. Thank God for him. And I didn't notice it because all I heard was like, we had to go home. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't hear him about the chairs. So he potentially either saved one of us or both of us. That was a very hectic night.
Yeah, I think where the chair was, it was positioned where it was going to go through me. So then everyone was like freaking out in the back after we came back.
I did not see that chair whatsoever. Like, I think at that point in the match, I probably had tunnel vision, and I was just like, all right, he said, go home, let's go home. So I didn't even see the chair, but it's a big life lesson to make sure you check everything, literally everything, before you go.
I would agree.
Yeah, the littlest things can make the biggest difference. Like if he would not have moved that chair, God knows what would have happened. And I believe, Aria, didn't you like legitimately get injured from that spot, or was it another spot in the match?
No, I actually did. Like, you can probably see it if you go back and look, but I hit my ankle at the top of the chair, like directly on. So I remember I had like really hard time walking the next day. And of course, like you're getting hit with a chair in your back. Like I have all these bruises on my back and stuff. It was bad the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine going through all them chairs. Just like, wow, like it's definitely scary. And it just like the one part, I know I mentioned this to you before, Gia, like that scream that you did right before you like did the suplex tour, like that sound is still in my head. Every time I think about that moment, I think about that scream that you did.
I do a lot of screaming. It's like, I don't know why. It just happens. It feels natural to me, I guess you could say, but I don't know. It happens a lot.
Yes, I know that you do like to scream.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, she's yelled at me a few times, so I'm used to it. But so that being said, if you two, like if MCW did some kind of like, you know how like they did the thing with Undertaker and Triple H, like that the last time ever match at that Saudi Arabia show, if MCW did something like that with you two, like last time you two ever would fight against each other, and you could pick any stipulation, what would you two want to do against each other?
Oh gosh. I don't even really know what to say because I almost feel like that chairs match, it's like a couple years from my life. I don't really know what I would say.
Casket match.
No. I'd say last woman standing.
Oh, that's
because
a good one.
we could potentially like fight in the freaking market or whatever like that.
That would be
That would
like
be cool.
really fun seeing you go through the it's called the market, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing you like
The flea market
area.
or something like that.
That would be cool. Has MCW ever done anything like that outside of that hotel fight thing they did with I forgot their names, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Dixon and
Greg.
Greg. Yeah. Not that I can recall.
Not that I know of either.
I think that would be really cool though if they did something like that where the wrestlers were like going outside of the actual like arena, maybe like out in the parking lot or something like that. That would be pretty intense.
That would be crazy.
Just don't do anything on my car, please. Because I know that happens too in matches and stuff like that.
Anything but my car.
I think
We'll
it was
find
Big
your
E
car
like put Sheamus
specifically.
through like the car before on I think what was it? It wasn't WrestleMania, was it? Or Big E, remember he was like really like pissed off, and we saw that side of him, and he like threw Sheamus like on top of a car or something like that.
He did?
Yeah, I have to send that to you, but that was scary. Like seeing Big E like that pissed off. Like you never see, you used to see him dancing and stuff like that. He was pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's the stipulation that you would want to do. So now let me think of my next one. So now this is a question for both of y'all.
Okay.
Who is each of your most desired opponent on the indies that you have not competed against with yet, and why?
Well, you already know one of them, so I gotta feel like I gotta think of another one.
Oh
I
yeah, I
got
had to think
one.
about like who's she talking about. That I'm like, okay, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to think of someone other than Amber.
Mine would probably be Red Velvet. We're really close. Like, so we always had that like natural chemistry together. I remember when we had the ROH tryout, she was actually the person that I faced, and we've just been really good friends ever since and stayed in touch. So that's who I
Man.
would say.
I feel like
I
I'm on the
love Red
spot. I don't
Velvet.
know.
She's awesome.
Jeez. I don't have one at the moment. I really don't.
Well, you don't have that list.
I don't have a
list.
list.
I know we
I'm
all
just
know
at
you.
the top of the list, apparently.
Well, her top of the list is she's always said it was Amber Rodriguez, but since she's already said that, she's thinking of like the number 2.
I mean, there have been like people I've wanted to face before. Like I've wanted to face Kimberly because I think she's pretty awesome. I've wanted to face Jessica Havoc. Like I don't know what it is about people who are like much bigger than me. I don't know. I just want to sell my butt off for them because they look monstrous. So I'm thinking like, all right, this big person could destroy the mess out of me. This is going to be fun. Like, I think like that way. I would love to face Trish Adora.
One-on-one.
I like
That's a
like
match
to
I've
face
been
her.
wanting to see really bad.
Yeah. Like I could see that happening anywhere. It doesn't have to be at MCW or ROH. I think that'd be pretty awesome and whatnot to have that experience and whatnot. And just like have like a hard hitting match with her. I think that'd be pretty cool.
She's really good. Like I had a few matches with her, and I feel like it just goes so nice.
Yeah. So I'd like to see that. I like to face Deonna Purrazzo or Purrazzo. Am I saying that right? I feel like I might have said that wrong because everyone says their last name differently.
Yeah.
But I would like to face her too. It might be a little complicated to get that one, but anything's possible.
Yeah, I know you mentioned before. I just thought about Queen Aminata. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, didn't
Queen
you face her? Yeah, you faced her at what, Angel Gate?
Oh yeah, I did see that on
Angel
YouTube.
Gate. Yeah. She was really good. That's another good wrestler. Like
yeah, she was really pretty too.
She's really nice.
Yeah.
Funny. Very funny too.
Didn't she come to MCW before?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. But yeah, that would be fun seeing them matches. I know obviously the pandemic, there hasn't been any wrestling. I hate how Maryland is, like, even after they lifted like all the indoor restrictions, supposedly like contact sports still can't like be a thing. Like I think they said on MCW's Facebook, like you can't, they're like still no wrestling, MMA, boxing, stuff like that. And it sucks.
Soon we might have something back soon, possibly July.
Yeah, I feel like
maybe
the CDC said that if you're vaccinated, you can do everything normal. Then the governor said that every face mask, everything is restricted. So, or lifted. So hopefully, I've been dying to see MCW for too long now. I just don't know, like I know you mentioned before, like they, back when the pandemic first started happening, that if they would do anything, like wrestlers wouldn't be allowed to like do the meet and greet merch tables and stuff like that. Hopefully they could do that this time because everything is like great right now in Maryland. Like the numbers are low. So many people are vaccinated.
So I'm very happy about that. I'm just hoping that we can get everything back to normal because I miss MCW, like having birthday parties like every other week and then having like 2, maybe 3 shows like a month at max, maybe like 2 a month, maybe 1. But just in general, I miss being in the swing of things. And it's weird because like we're taking things like one step at a time or slowly coming back. But I miss my old wrestling life. I miss it a lot, very much.
Yeah, I miss it too. I hate driving hours away to go see wrestling. Like the last wrestling event we went to, it was like a 6-hour drive. It's like it's fun, but
was it New Jersey?
45-minute. No, that was the Tennessee.
Oh, ew, no, God.
Well, we wanted to see the Twisted Sisters, so it was worth it. But
Okay, that's good. At least it was worth it. But 6 hours, man, that's a lot.
yeah, normally we go to Jersey, which isn't bad. I think it's like 2.5 hours. But yeah, this was a drive.
I bet.
But yeah, so now my next question. So if you two were the team up in a tag team, who would be your most desired tag team to face? Like, who do you think that you both would work best with? Or, it could be an actual tag team or two random people put together. Like, who would you all want to compete against?
Technically speaking, we were a tag team, but it was it was for a brief moment. And I was the reason for that. But didn't we face like the Southern Saviors?
Yeah, we faced them. We faced Rock and Bull.
That one was my favorite match. Actually, no, not just that one, but both of those were my favorite match because I remember I think either we both were talking to RJ about it or I was talking to RJ about it. And I think before we went out, I don't know which match it was, but I remember him telling either me or both of us, like, just go out and have fun. And when we went out there, I think that was the point where like I started having fun in my matches because the Rock and Bull were like very goofy and it matched with what we were trying to do and come across. And when we faced the Southern Saviors, it was a little bit goofy, but it was kind of serious. But either way, both of those matches, I had entirely fun just doing them because I was with you and I felt comfortable and I knew the guys, well, both of the guys, and everything just clicked and it just made it fun for me.
Yeah, I felt like everything was so natural and it felt like slowed down. Like you could really react with the crowd while you're on the apron and get more of a reaction. It was, I don't know, I kind of liked it a little better.
Yeah, so I appreciate both of those matches. I think me personally, I like the Rock and Bull match a little bit more because it was very goofy with Nick doing his thing and then Schmitty like trying to like wrestle you, but he's like, I don't want to hurt you. So I thought that was really cute and fun. So I really like that match. But I know you said would we face? I don't know. I would maybe me personally, well, technically, are they a tag or are they not? Me personally, I'd say the Allure.
Who? The Allure? Oh, that
yeah,
would
Mandy
be good.
and Angelina, because I think the first match no, she was my second or third match. I think Angelina was my second or third match. I'd like to have a tag match with her because I've never gotten that before.
Yeah, I think I might have to agree with you with the Allure. Like I was sitting here trying to think of different wrestlers and pairing them together, but it's like, I don't know. I never thought of that, I guess.
I feel like it's one of those questions I should have sent to you prior so you could actually like think about it versus put you on spot. I didn't think about it when I was writing down my little notes. I was like, maybe I should have,
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think because like I don't think they're together, but I don't think I've seen them wrestle as like a tag. I think they're just like they just have each other's back and whatnot. But if the occasion ever arose, like I'd face them in a tag. So I think that'd be pretty awesome.
I think I saw them one time in a tag. I don't remember who they faced.
Oh wait, no, we did.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Best in the World? I know, like, was Jenny Rose and someone else?
That sounds right. Oh, was it Kelly?
Yeah, I think so, but I know it was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have that.
Yeah, I would say that.
What about the possibility of the Iconics since they're technically free agents? Do you think they would ever come
back? That is a dream.
That they're so goofy together. I love them together. Like I hate the fact that like WWE broke them up, but I know like them together, they just bring out the best in each other. So I feel like if we were ever to face them, it would just be a very like comedy kind of like match because they're very goofy and I'm pretty sure I enjoy my time with them.
Yeah, that would be a fun one with them.
Yeah.
So speaking of, like, I know you mentioned, like, during your other tag matches, how you just had fun and stuff like that. Do you prefer like being in your characters or just kind of being yourselves and just kind of having fun and being goofy and stuff like that during your matches?
I feel like Oh no, you go ahead first because I've been going first. You go first. You go first. You go
Okay.
first.
Okay. So I feel like having, for example, like the tag, like her and I just kind of worked off of each other. So I think like her hyping me up gets me hype, and then like me hyping her up gets her also like hyped up. So it was just a good balance. And then especially if you're going against like a goofy tag team or something, that's even more better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with that. I have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, I just feel like if the fans see you're having fun, they don't even care if you're out of character. It makes the whole like show funner and stuff like that. So like I don't even care. Like, but speaking of like that too, like you know how like some tag teams they're both, partners, they're exactly the same, similar gimmicks and all that. Then they have some other tag teams that are completely different, like Team Hell No is an example. Would you two describe yourselves together as like completely different or like kind of like the same?
Completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah. It's funny because like when we were a tag, I think what you were face then and I was heel, and like I feel like our two demeanors are very opposite. I think at that time, if it was like our choice of like who wanted to be heel, who wanted to be face, she'd probably take heel in a heartbeat and I'd take face because I'm naturally just nice to people. It comes, it just happens. And then Aria over here, she's just like, nah, oh, get away from me. So I'm pretty sure that like our roles would be very much different and whatnot. So I'd probably be the one trying to like hype her up, and she'd be like the one like, nah, I don't like you, just stay in your lane. So
I feel like though also at the same time, like I feel like we would be different, but I also feel like we've also vibed together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we could come together and make it work.
Yeah. Like I'm the goofy one, you're more like the serious one, but I'm like so goofy. But like sometimes you can be goofy, but like you're serious where like when more counts, I'm just like going with the flow and whatnot. And you're like, come on now, let's get serious here. Kind of that kind of thing. Yeah.
Kind of like Sasha and Bailey. Like Bailey had the more childish, kind of goofy character, and Sasha, she's the boss, but they just vibed and came together so well. Like, I feel like that kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Not saying that either one of you was like Bailey and like a hugger or anything like that, but so now my next question is like it's kind of the same, but it's like individually kind of thing going on. So I'll start with you, Aria. So MCW is a big deal in the indies. We've seen a lot of wrestlers go through MCW and go to WWE, and then we've seen wrestlers come from WWE to MCW. Like it's definitely one of the upper tier indie promotions out there. And you being a two-time MCW women's champion, like how does it feel like them having that kind of confidence to make you their champ twice?
I remember the first time that they had brought up doing that, and I was really shocked. I was overwhelmed and excited, but I was also shocked. So every time that ever happens, it's one of the best feelings that you have, especially once the 3 count goes and you hear the crowd in the back, like it's very overwhelming, but in a good way.
Yeah. Exactly, because it's one thing where like, oh, let's put this title on someone like just to see what happens, but the fact that they did it twice really shows like how they feel about you, and that's a really good thing. Maybe you'll be a 3-time and you'll dethrone Gia again. Like I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Threw you under the bus.
Thanks.
Now, similar question for you, Gia, but because obviously you're a 3-time champion, but you are the longest reigning champion. How does it feel being the longest reigning champion in MCW women's history?
It's very much of a shocker because I honestly didn't think like it was gonna happen. Like pandemic pushed aside, like I didn't think that like, because like what wasn't Melina technically like she had 350 days, so like I always thought it was going to be Melina. Like my goal wasn't like to have the championship for like the longest, probably like have like the most reigns, but it's just when that happened I was like, holy cow, like this actually happened. I wasn't really expecting it too much, but I mean, I now have like my name in the book regardless. of what's happened and whatnot. It may not have been what I wanted, but it's there now, so I can't just like throw it away or push it to the side or anything like that.
Exactly. Like, and at the end of the day, it's it's still there in history, like you said, and
Yeah.
hopefully, like we mentioned, though, they get something going on soon, and you continue it, and cement your legacy in MCW.
Yes.
So now, before I get to my last question, I got 2 hot questions for you. I don't know how much these will relate to you. I know the one rule, because I thought about it, I was like, this is definitely gonna get Gia, torment her. But so first, hot question: LeBron or MJ?
Oh,
you said LeBron or MJ?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe MJ. I'm gonna say. I heard my mom ask this on a Zoom class.
I feel like it's one of the biggest debates out there. Like everyone's like, either LeBron or Michael Jordan.
It's like, think about how long.
I know Michael Jordan was before your time.
Yeah, but think about how long. Like, okay, he wrestled. He like good records. You know what I'm saying? But his legacy is still holding like tons of years later. Versus LeBron, he's still in the phase of him playing. So I'm kind of interested to see what it would be like after he's done and how long, and if it has the same effect that Michael Jordan's was.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Jordan's kind of like the Babe Ruth. Like he was the first big like rock star in the the business, and that will always be a thing. Like LeBron, his name years after he retires, he will still be talked about. But I feel like just Michael Jordan will always be like the rock star, like the king of basketball. And Gia still hasn't answered it.
Because like I'm not a big sports fan. Like I'm not like Dion can tell you I'm not a big sports fan. I'm really not. I'm sorry. Like
it's okay.
I don't know who to go with. I don't know who to go against.
The only thing is I know like I mentioned, like Michael Jordan was before your time. I don't know about you, Aria, like if he was before your time or not, but growing up in the 90s,
I'm younger than Gia.
Yeah, we're technically in the same age.
She's a month older than me.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you both are babies, but yeah, if you would have grown up in the 90s, you would understand. Like Michael Jordan was the biggest rock star. Everywhere you went, there was Chicago Bulls merchandise. Like he was all over the TV. Like he was the big deal. He was bigger than what Tom Brady is now. Like it's just, yeah.
But I did like see like a documentary of him. I forgot what it was, but I saw that he was really big. Didn't he have like some kind of basketball game while trying to like record Space Jam or something like that? Like a really tight schedule, and he was trying to make everything work. He was like really popular.
I remember Space Jam coming out, and I got it as a kid, but I don't remember there being any talk about his like scheduling or when it was actually like recorded or not. But he did it. He did it.
It's just little what did you say? Fun fact: Gia does not like sports. Like if someone's like, "What's Gia's favorite football team?" or whatever like that. Trick question: she doesn't like sports. Boom.
And that is okay. Now, my last top question, though, I only had 2. Anime or Call of Duty?
Anime.
Damn it. I like both.
He was quick on that one, but
I like both. No, like
come on, yeah. You know there's like tons of different animes for Call of Duty, That's one
There's
type
a lot
of game.
You don't know how passionate she is about Call of Duty, though.
Oh no, I know.
I could tell you an embarrassing story, but I will not do it on recording.
Oh my god. Next hot question. Oh my god, I know you don't have another one, but like I can't choose. I like both. Like I like anime and I like Call of Duty. I like both. I can't choose. I mean, if you would have told me if you had a choice between going into the anime world versus going into Call of Duty world, I choose the anime world.
Yeah,
that's a different hot question for you right there. I choose the anime world because who doesn't want to go into their favorite anime world? And if you were to ask which anime, I'd say
Naruto.
Bleach. No. Listen, if I go into Naruto, and I know you don't watch Naruto, I don't
watched
know how
one
far.
episode.
Oh my god! Wow! Boo!
I told you about that, and I couldn't get into it.
Oh my god! I don't know how far you've gotten, Aria, but there is this one person, Madara,
Oh my God, don't tell me I'm not there. Okay, I'm on Shippuden, but I'm not there.
Okay. Just know you'll get to that one episode in Shippuden and his name will come up and you'll
I already know.
Okay. If I get teleported to that particular scene, like when that happens, I'm not going to Naruto. I'll straight up just go to the Bleach world. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say too much without giving it away because I know you're still trying to finish it. But if I get teleported into that scene, I'm done. I'm out.
It's crazy because we're watching like 3 different animes at once right now. Ooh. So I'm like trying to juggle all of these. So like I'll watch like Naruto during the day and then at night it'll be like Attack on Titan. But it's like we're just trying to like
get
watch them at the same time though. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a coworker years ago. She's like, I know you don't like anime, but I think you'll really like Attack of Titan. Like that, she recommended it really highly, and I think I actually did. Isn't that really like bloody, violent like anime, or is it?
It is, but it's so good. Like, okay, you just need to watch like the first 5 episodes, and then you're gonna be hooked.
I remember watching like a few minutes of this. I'm like, this is violent. Like, this is a cartoon, and they're just like cutting heads off and stuff.
I just remember everyone was like, I remember people would tell me it's like giants walking, like, and they're naked. I was like, who would want to watch this? And here I am. Oh my gosh, what's the next episode?
So that's funny. I didn't know that. I knew Gia liked anime, but I didn't know you really liked it too. So I think that's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Do you like video games as well?
I mean, I played them when I was younger. I don't have the time for it now.
Gotcha. I haven't played much lately, but I'm getting the new Resident Evil. Actually, it's supposed to come in today. I'm gonna play it this week, and I'm excited for that.
It's really good. Dion played it, and I think he beat it. But
I've heard nothing but good things about it. The gameplay that I keep seeing, like, it looks so good. It looks so scary. I like it.
Looks very realistic. I will like Resident Evil doesn't disappoint, but either way, like their games are just amazing.
Yeah. You never played the 4th one though yet, have you?
I don't think so.
The one I let you borrow.
Yeah. I had so many things I was doing. I am entirely sorry.
I swear to God, that's the best
in good
one.
condition. I did return it. So people won't think I'm a thief.
Yeah, I had that happen when I was younger. I let my friend borrow a movie, and he was like, because I have a lot of movies. He was borrowing movies like constantly, but he would always bring them back. Borrowed one movie, never saw him again. Like, and I had to re-buy it at me. I was so mad.
Oh my God! But I gave it back in the condition that you gave it to me, so you can't say that I stole it.
You did not steal it.
Exactly.
Now, my final question for y'all, and this is kind of a fun one. What is your favorite cheat meal?
Ooh.
I feel like I know yours, Gia, but
I got a couple.
Yeah. But I do not know Aria's.
All right. So Aria's
everyone has a cheat meal. Even if it's a couple.
I literally have the biggest sweet tooth like known to life. Yeah. That comes from my dad, I swear, because he's worse than me. Yeah. But I do love like some bacon cheese fries, like I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. And I also really like donuts. Love donuts actually. So yeah.
Have you had the fracture prune donuts?
No, but there's a Krispy Kreme near here and it is fire.
Stay away from the Krispy Kreme.
I've only had in like months. At like the grocery store. I never gotten it from the actual like place because there's like none in my area.
Oh, it's perfect. You need to take the trip, go out to one, get it while it's hot. Beautiful.
That's the place I mentioned, Fracture Prune. They make it after you order, so when you get it, it's fresh. It's really hot and soft, and it melts in your mouth.
Maybe
you can get
had that before.
It has like wacky flavors, like you can get like peanut butter with bacon bits on it and stuff like that. Like it was actually pretty good. Like the sweet and like bacony taste is actually pretty good. My
favorite kind of flavor is like Oreo.
Ooh,
so like Oreo filled Krispy Kreme donut. Beautiful.
That sounds so good.
I have a lot. I have a lot of cheap foods. I don't know how many we're supposed to have.
You could if it's really hard to like categorize them, you could just throw them out there.
Well, I know like my favorite to like my go-to one is like a yummy cheeseburger. That's like my favorite. I do have a big sweet tooth myself, so like I think it doesn't really matter, but if I want ice cream, I'll always get like a Ben and Jerry's. I think it's like peanut butter cup. And then if I don't want Ben and Jerry's, I'll go to Cold Stones and I'll get like, was it Oreo overload? Mwah, like a chef's kiss. Like that thing is so good. Like I'm so addicted to just that one little ice cream. It does its job for me. That's it. I love
you love Pop-Tarts too.
I do. Oh, actually, I just ate a Pop-Tart this morning. I did. I love Pop-Tarts. Like I love the s'mores, the strawberry, the cookies and cream. Like I love Pop-Tarts.
I remember.
I really like the cinnamon one the best. I usually
cinnamon?
Yeah.
Was it brown sugar?
Brown sugar, yeah.
Yes,
Ew.
that one's good.
God,
I
That
love
one's good.
Heat it up in the
Ew.
microwave for like 20 seconds and they are delicious.
Oh, I never heat them up. I always eat them cold.
I mean,
If
I
you
can
heat
eat
them
them
up, it
either
actually
way.
tastes pretty good. I mean, like I had brown sugar when I was a kid, but that would probably be the last Pop-Tart I'll ever like eat. If like I had like the ones that I just said first, I'd probably go to those, and then brown sugar would be like the last one.
Well, that's like number one pick.
Ew. No.
And I feel like with me, like every meal I eat's a cheat meal. Like I really don't eat healthy at all, and it's sad.
I know you don't.
Yeah, and it's bad, but I mean, I'm skinny. That's the thing is like
that's the weird thing.
Is metabolism. Like I could eat as much as I want and not gain a pound. I think it's great. But
Lucky.
and I eat a lot of I know I eat a lot of spicy stuff that helps speed it up.
You need to stop eating so much spicy stuff because two things is gonna happen. You're gonna have heartburn and then you're just gonna be in the bathroom.
I know the heartburn. I get heartburn all the time and I hate it. Like I always wake up in the middle of the night with it and it's just
So we're gonna stop eating spicy stuff.
Maybe.
He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the video, but I had the world's hottest chocolate and that was really hot. Like I thought I had to leave.
Why would you do that?
Because I like
chocolate's
doing
not
these.
supposed to be hot, it's supposed to be sweet.
It was a little sweet, but yeah, like it was really burning me up. I gave a piece to the one girl at my work and she like licked it. And she's like, no, like she was in pain. Like, but it's for me, it's kind of like the thrill, just like not knowing how hot it's gonna be and just kind of stuff like this. Like the moment is like I crave the moment, but I don't like the aftermath. But it's fun.
You can keep all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
But that's all the questions I had for you both. I think this was really fun, honestly. Like it felt like a lot of time didn't go by, but we've been recording for like almost an hour now. Like it was definitely fun.
Really?
Yeah. I had to look at my phone a few times. I was like, oh my God, it's only this time. Yeah. But so yeah, thank you both for joining me on this 2-year anniversary episode. This was definitely something I wanted to do, you know, me being a big MCW fan and you both being like arch rivals. Like I just had to do it.
Well, thank you for having us and to many years more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No problem at all. Do you both want to share your social media to let the listeners know where to find you all at?
Did you want to go first?
I was for a second trying to think of my username. I was not gonna lie.
Well, I'll give you a second to think. I'll go ahead and go first. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Gia Scott. No underscores or anything like that. Just the Gia Scott.
I think mine is Instagram at the _ Aria Palmer. That sounds right?
Yeah.
I think that is right.
If not, we can always just leave a link in the description below.
Yeah, I'll have all this
gosh.
in the description below. And also make sure you give us a sub on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, we're on TikTok. I have like a lot of clips from events that I've gone to, including that spot with you two with the chairs. I got that on there.
Oh gosh.
And for anyone who doesn't have a TikTok, get it. It's the best app ever. And I'm talking to you two as well. You won't regret it. But thank you all again for tuning in. Have a great day.